What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. Today we're going to do technical analysis and talk about how to avoid traps in the stock market. How many of you been in a trade and got caught in a death candle? And what do I mean by a death candle? Think the stock's going to break out to new highs or surge up, and then you just get met with a huge selling candle like SCKT right here. From 406 slamming all the way down $1 to 306. Let's talk about it, break it down, and I'm going to show you guys some tricks to look for so this doesn't happen to you. Let's jump into it. As soon as I seen SCKT and this death candle right here, I knew immediately that I wanted to do a video on this chart and talk about it. It's all about paying attention to the details as a day trader. There are so many hints on this chart. You could say to yourself, yeah, this was setting up a wedge right here and it failed, came back and looked like it was gonna go, but then it just slammed down right here. But look at every single time this tried to break out, it immediately got met with a big red death candle. It had a big surge candle right here and immediately got met with a big red candle. From 440 slams down to 370s. Grinds up right here, met with a big red candle. Grinds up right here, met with a big red candle. Every single candle just about, red candle, is bigger than the green candle. So just remember this, rounding tops are bearish. Rounding bottoms are bullish. What I see here is a big rounding top. Look at this bottom right here, curve up and down right there. That's a bearish sign. We got the volume retracement all right here, and then volume was starting to pick up right when it was picking up all right here, and then just got slammed down. Let's look at some examples real quick. Notice the big rounding bottom right here, bullish. The big rounding top right here, bearish. And then the last one, we got the rounding bottom right here, pops up, and then a rounding bottom right here breaks through that trend line right there and pushes its way on up. Rounding bottoms are bullish. Rounding tops are bearish. Now, you can say, well, Dave, there's a bunch of rounding bottoms right here, all right here. But look at how many times it got denied. Like I said, every time it popped up, it was met with a huge red candle. There's a seller up there holding this stock back, just unloading and unloading. You had so many opportunities to take notice of it right here. Failed to break out right there. Failed to break out right here, right here, right here, and right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times this stock came and tested the high and immediately got met with a death candle. The float on SCKT is 4.7 million. So the lower the float of a stock, you're going to see the chart be different than larger float stocks. A lot of times with low float stocks, what you'll see are grinds up to the high, and then they'll slam it right back down in one candle. They'll grind it up to the high, slam it down to support with one red candle. Volume's pumping into the stock, you're flipping that float so many times, and it's just going through the supply and the demand ratio for the stock. You gotta think, if a stock has a float of 1 million and the volume on the day is increasing dramatically, 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, 25 million, that float is being rotated so many times and quickly. I call it the supply and demand rotation. The supply just grinds it up and then they slam it down to support You know there's a demand for the stock. It's just the stock's way of moving if it's a low float stock. Low float stocks move totally different than large float stocks. And all stocks move differently in general. That's why you gotta pay attention to what exchange the stock is trading on. Is it on the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, the American Stock Exchange? What sector is the stock in? How low or high is the float? What's the catalyst? And look at the daily chart. See how the stock has performed in the past. Again, I wanted to make a video on this because even myself got caught up in the hype of this stock, thinking it was going to go and just ignoring all of the hints. The stock tested the highs 5 times, failed to go. Every single push up to the high got met with a big red candle, and the stock was just a big rounding top, just like that, like a rainbow. And you could see it did it again right here as it went down and down. And then if we zoom out on this chart, you can see a couple days passed right here, and the stock pretty much did the exact same thing. It gapped up right here to the same levels. It got denied all right there, and it couldn't even keep up and above $4, $4.50, and it went all the way back down as the days went on. So for SCKT, there's a big seller up there near 450. Pay attention to the details. Consider yourself a detective. You're investigating the scene, putting the pieces together piece by piece to solve the puzzle and the crime. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's my take on SCKT. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. And if you're interested, join the Trading Learning 101 Discord group. I have a link down in the video description below. It's a free chat room. Feel free to join if you'd like. And until next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study. Later.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you